now draw the attention of my learners to the points to be noted in this poem. First of all, although the painting depicts hunters in prominence, they have been backgrounded in Walter's poem. It is being played down in the poem via Walter's clever manipulation of foreground and background. I would like to remind my learners that in poem we are moving from background to foreground, whereas in the painting it was from foreground to the background. Second point, amid some liveliness in the scene where peasants are enjoying the winter, Walter has presented a gloomy, silent atmosphere in the emptiness of a wintry day. Whether it is the usage of negative adjectives like jagged, cold, ink black, etc., or the low spirits of the hunters. In conclusion, it can be said that the poem succeeds to capture the identity, the essence of the painting, and Mayer puts the painting in words successfully. Now, let's try to understand the poetic devices used in this poem. Before that, what are poetic devices? They are a form of literary device used in poetry. It helps the poet to create rhythm and enhance poem's meaning or intensify a mood or feeling. Now, what are the devices used in this poem? Let me tell you. First, alliteration. It is the repetition of a sound or letter at the beginning of multiple words in a series. Let me tell you the example, it will be more clear to you. Alliteration of W can be seen in the poem in the set of words wall in the wild. Further, you can alliteration of F in the set of words fields in flood. Here there is repetition of sound at the beginning of the series of words. Next, imagery. Very important. It's a form of descriptive language which helps the reader to develop a better understanding of the imaginary world created by the poet or the author. In this poem, the group of words like cold seen below helps the reader to create a visual image of snowy town. In the same way, set in a row help us to create a visual image of hunter walking in a line. Next, poetic devices are metaphor and simile. This my learner would be much aware of. A metaphor is a figure of speech that compares two subjects without the use of like or as, whereas simile compares two subjects by connecting them with like or as. For example, in the poem, metaphor of wall has been used for mountains, whereas crow has been compared with an arrow using the word like, which is an example of simile. So those were the poetic devices which enriches the quality of the poem. Finally, the vocabulary list for my learners, which will definitely help you to enhance your vocabulary knowledge. First set, jagged. It means having sharply uneven edge or surface. The example is there in front of you. It was difficult for the mountaineers to climb the jagged mountain peaks. Let's see the next word, bare, not having a covering. See the usage. Do not touch the bare wires. It's a typographical error there. It should have been do not touch the bare wires. Next word, muffled, to make a sound quieter. You can understand the usage there. They tried to muffle the noise. That means to bring the sound in a lower intensity. Next word, trudge. Yes, the hunters were trudging in the snow. It means to walk slowly and heavily because of the tiredness or hard work. For example, she trudged up the hill. Next word, sinister, unfavorable or unlucky. See the usage, learners, there was something sinister about him. And finally, swoop, to fly down the air, just like the eagle swooped in the air to catch its prey. So, that was the vocabulary list for my learners. With this, I, Liju Susan Thomas, TGT English from TIS, signs off. Thank you and have a nice day.